process excellence. Maybe you'll be absorbed in the research and development wing of the industry. You will be absorbed as process engineers. You'll be able to join the quality assurance or quality control wing of the dairy industry. You may be also opportunistic in joining the regulatory framework of the dairy industry. You will be assigned projects on dairy development. So altogether, multifaceted responsibilities are there for a dairy technologist, and you will have career opportunities in all these areas. So that is a big thing. The BTech Dairy Technology Program is actually a package offer which is giving the wholesome approach to all these diverse fields, and a dairy professional will have the opportunity, will be really fortunate to diverse into all these different areas. Now, coming to the avenues of DT graduates, and when coming to dairy production sector, the BTech graduates are recruited as dairy extension officers through the direct recruitment process of Kerala Public Service Commission examination, and they are being absorbed as dairy extension officers in the Department of Dairy Development, Government of Kerala. Now, they also have opportunity to join as farm manager or supervisors in private and public sector dairy farms, as block technology manager in Agriculture Technology Management Agency under the Department of Agriculture. In many of the private dairy farms, they are being recruited, they're being selected as the quality control officers. Even many of our graduates, they could get a placement as agriculture officers or specialist officers in public sector as well as private sector banks, even new generation banks. Now, coming to the dairy processing as well as quality control aspects of the avenue. Now, dairy DT graduates can find their job as a technical superintendent in MILMA, a technical officer in the central government department of Animal Husbandry, Dairying and Fisheries. Now, MILMA as well as the regional unions, both the federation as well as the regional unions, they are also recruiting dairy graduates, dairy technology graduates as quality control officers or dairy chemists or dairy microbiologists in their dairy plants. Now, recently, with the coming up of Food Safety and Standards Authority of India, FSSR rules and all, the Food Safety Commissionerate has been formed in every state government departments and in every states, and even Kerala is also having a Food Safety Commissionerate, and the food safety officers in the government of Kerala, and the entry to that post is one among the qualifications is BTech Dairy Technology. And our graduates could also gain entry to that post, and the examination is through the Kerala Public Service Commission. Now, the graduates can also gain entry as dairy process engineer or dairy technologist in private dairies, shift officers or quality control officers in various food processing units, dairy technologist in pharmaceutical company, maybe in the research and development wing, and even our graduates can also get jobs as ISO or HACCP certification experts. Now, coming to the dairy education research sector, BTech graduates are recruited as vocational teacher, dairying and milk products through direct recruitment, again through the Kerala Public Service Commission examination. We will be able to act as consultants or dairy advisory service members, and dairy extension professionals. In that manner also, the dairy technology professional can join NGOs and organizations like NDDP. Now, coming to the entrepreneurial opportunities, which is a major boost in the recent years. Even the agriculture education sector is giving more thrust on job providing rather than job seeking. Now we have the NABARD has come up with a very novel scheme of starting agri-clinics, and the scheme is particularly for the agricultural professionals, including agriculture, veterinary science, dairy science, and fishery science professionals. The graduates can start dairy farms following scientific practices. They can start dairy processing units for the manufacture of milk products. They can also associate with export or import of dairy machinery, ingredients, products, etc. The dairy graduates can join dairy machinery companies like IDMC, and they can also start consultancy services to provide hand-holding support to the entrepreneurs in the field of dairy development. Now, coming to the current the next slide. the current employees of BTech DT graduates, I'm saying from a Kerala perspective, the particular slide. Now we have our graduates in the Department of Dairy Development. We have our graduates in the Department of Animal Husbandry, Dairying and Fisheries in the Government of India. We have our own graduates in the Milma Federation as well as the regional milk unions, in the Veterinary University, in the Department of Vocational Higher Secondary Education, Food Safety Commissionerate, in Gujarat Cooperative Milk Marketing Federation, Dairy Development Board, NDDB, GSK, ITC, Nestle India, Mother Dairy, Heinz India, Abbott, Tetra Pak, Combi Block, Hudson Agro Products, Heritage Foods, Alpha Laval, DFRL, Reserve Bank of India, NABARD, various nationalized banks, and coming to the oversized job placements, we have our graduates working in Almarai, we have Al-Alain Dairy, Ornoa Foods, and many more. The list is endless. I've just gathered a few information regarding the current employees. Now moving to the next slide. These are the various brands, the departments that our graduates are working. Now coming to the options for higher education, higher studies. Now our graduates can gain entry to MTech as well as MSc programs in dairy technology or food technology and allied disciplines offered in the ICR system through the All India PG entrance examination. Now the CFTRI Mysore, one of the premier institutions in food science, they are offering the master's program in food technology, food science and technology. That is a good option. The GATE qualified candidates can apply for MTech program in dairy and food engineering at IIT Kharagpur. Now the NIFTM Haryana, they are offering MTech programs in food process engineering and management, food supply chain management, and food technology management. The Indian Institute of Food Processing Technology, Tanjavur, they are also offering program in various disciplines of food technology. And the common admission test for admission to postgraduate program in agribusiness management, those who have an ardent flavor of pursuing management education, they can prepare for common admission test and gain entry to the exclusive program for agri-based professionals. That is the postgraduate program in agribusiness management, currently offered at the IIM Ahmedabad as well as IIM Lucknow. Now, obviously, the graduates can also prepare for CAT to gain entry to the general MBA programs in IIMs, the rural management program at IRMA and XIMB. They can also gain admission to master's program in biotechnology and bioinformatics offered by various universities in both the ICR sector as well as the traditional setup. Now, obviously, the graduates can prepare for exams like MAT, CAT, CMAT, and all, and they can gain entry to MBA programs offered by reputed B schools. Our graduates can prepare for the postgraduate program in Agri Extension Management offered by Manage Hyderabad, one of the premier institutions in Hyderabad offering Agri Extension Management. Now, our graduates can also apply for overseas education opportunities to reputed Commonwealth universities, Ivy League universities, and all. Through they can avail scholarships as well as even they can join courses without scholarship. There are so many programs. Some of them are the dairy processing technology, food science and technology, quality control, food engineering, dairy and allied disciplines. They can prepare for the graduate record examination, the GRE, as well as the graduate management aptitude test. So the overseas education opportunities are very rosy for the dairy technology graduates. Now, and the most challenging as well as a rewarding career option is the civil service examination. As a graduate in dairy technology or the food technology, I would personally advise you to prepare well for the civil service examination because there are very few number of such graduates who have already gained entry into the civil service, the services in India. So that is a big opportunity. Now moving to the second module, the graduation in food technology. You a little bit about the background of food processing. It is the most important. The concept of modern day consumer is that they are very doubtful. They are all behind this question: is the food safe for consumption? So it is really a challenge for the food professionals. So obviously, we can say that this will pose challenges as well as opportunities for the food science or the food technology professionals, and the industry is in dearth of skilled food professionals, and we need the people, the trained professionals in the areas of food collection, transit, supply chain management, processing, value addition, cold chain management, marketing, as well as distribution of the finished product till the end consumer. So that is the gamut of opportunity that the food science professionals are having. Now, to say about the food industry in India, you can go through the slide. India can boast of having so many first rank or the second rank in production of tea, production of milk, production of pulses, vegetables, livestock, grains, oil seeds, and marine products. But the sad part or the contradictory part is that domestic food supply is inadequate at the receiving end, and our export share is very meager in the international market. So this is a very Herculean task for the department, as the government of India, as well as the academia, to provide with the right technical workforce to the industry, to the sector, so as to increase our export share. And the main target should be to increase the level of processing, so as to reduce the post-harvest losses and all. And the total value of food trade in India is a mammoth figure, and it comes around 9 lakh crores. So this is the Indian food processing sector at a glance. Now, you can see that there is 100% foreign direct investment in the sector of food processing. 1.3 billion potential consumers are there. The one tax GST regime, it is actually supporting the food processing. This is the fastest growing economy in the world. India is the fastest growing economy in the world, and India can be proud to say that we are globally #1 in the production of various agriculture commodities, and we rank 2 in the total food production. This is the figures released by the Ministry of Food Processing Industry, Government of India. Now, coming to food technology, what is this all about? So food technology is again a branch of engineering or technology, or it's an application of science to develop and design innovative processing technologies so as to improve food quality, the nutritive value, enhance its safety, wholesomeness, and finally available at the table of the final consumer with the most acceptable aesthetics. It is, you can't say that it is a branch of engineering. You can't confine it to a branch of science or engineering, but rather it takes principles from hotel management as well as home science. So a person in food technology or a food technologist is not only involved in the food processing, he is into the field of designing the food plant, the various equipment. He may be involved in the safety and regulatory aspects of the developed product, and he can also gain entry into the inspection as well as accreditation of the food processing plants. And this slide, I'm just repeating the various colleges, offering 3 colleges in the ICR system offering food technology, the admission through the KEAM only. Now, coming to the premier food technology institutions in the country, we have the NIFTEM Haryana. The entry is through the IIT JEE main examination. Altogether, 169 seats are there. Now, IIT Kharagpur is offering food technology program, BTech program. They are BTech Food and Agriculture and Food Engineering. They have a total intake of 48 seats, again through the IIT JEE. The IIFPT Tanjavur is again having 75 seats. The NIT Roorkela is offering BTech Food Engineering. Then Tamil Nadu Agriculture University is a premier institution, a state agriculture university. They are also having such programs. Anand Agriculture University is offering BTech Food Technology program. And the TANUVAS, the Tamil Nadu Veterinary and Animal Sciences University, they have started BTech Food Technology program. And coming to the state sector, in Kerala, we have around 4 self-financing colleges. These programs are not following the ICR system. They are actually affiliated to the APJ Abdul Kalam Technological University, because the AICT is also having a modus operandi of accrediting institutions offering dairy technology as well as food technology programs. So based on the syllabus prescribed by the APJ Abdul Kalam Technological University, Kerala is also having 4 self-financing engineering colleges offering BTech Food Technology program. TKM Institute of Technology, Kollam, St. Kitts College of Engineering, Kottayam, Amal Jyoti College of Engineering, Kanjirappalli, and Sri Buddha College of Engineering, Alappuzha. These four institutions are offering BTech program as on date. The course structure, this is this comprise of the various subjects in food processing technology, food safety and quality assurance, food process engineering, food business management, and food plant operations. Those colleges which are in the ICAR system, they are following the 5th Dean's Committee report. Again, the course is spreads for 4 years, 8 semesters, and the career roles are food technology graduate can become a food technologist, a food process engineer, process or production manager, product development scientist or technologist, sensory technologist, food microbiologist, food analyst, nutrition specialist, quality assurance officer, or even they can gain an entry into the supply chain or logistics aspect. They can be a cold chain logistics specialist. Now, career avenues, you can see the entire gamut of subsectors in the food processing where our graduates can gain entry as a professional. You can get a job in a grain mill, in a bakery unit, in a confectionery industry, fruit and vegetable pack houses, canning industry, beverage industry, dehydration industry, frozen food sector, soft drink units, packaging units, distilleries and wineries, dairy plants, meat processing units, poultry processing units, equipment manufacturers, research and development centers, and regulatory organizations. So the list is again endless. There are so many subsectors in the food processing where the food technology BTech graduates can get a job. Moving to the top recruiters, these are the various brands, the companies they are sourcing BTech food technology graduates to their organization. You can see PepsiCo is there, Reliance is there, Mother Dairy is there, Hudson is there, ITC is there, Nestle, Archie, MTR, Future Group, all these companies, they are Parley Agro, all these companies are requiring people who are having a BTech background in food technology. Now coming to the career opportunities in the government and as well as public sector, you have the Food Corporation of India, the Food Safety Standards and Authority of India, the Bureau of Indian Standards, the Ministry, Agriculture, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, as well as the Ministry of Food Processing Industry. There are agencies like APEDA, Agriculture Products Export Development Authority, Marine Products Export Development Authority. You have the National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. You have the National Agriculture Cooperative Federation. You have the Bhabha Atomic Research Center and the National Dairy Development Board, to name a few. Some of the organizations where food technologists get an opportunity to work as technical officers or scientists. There are so many state as well as central food laboratories. Even the state government is recruiting people with the food technology graduation as food safety officers. Then the food safety graduates can go for higher studies and they can join the opportunities for higher studies that I've already dealt with. And once you pass, once you graduate in food technology with a PG or a PhD or even postdoctoral degrees on food sciences and allied disciplines, you can gain entry as a scientist or assistant professor in CFTRI Mysore, IAFT, IAFPT, DFRL, NIFTM, and very many state agricultural universities in the country. And obviously, last but not the least, the Agriculture Research Service of ICAR, they are again recruiting people with food technology master and PhD or postdoctoral degrees to join their organization as scientists. I think I have covered almost all the area and I have keep up my time. I was allotted 40 minutes. I believe that I could do justice to the time management. Thank you. You can reach me at this particular mail ID, or my phone number is also given. If any questions are there, I'll be most happy to answer.
Jaydevan, I request you to put your mail ID and your phone number in the chat box so that others can also copy it down.
Okay, sir. Okay.
In the
sure.
chat box, you put your mail ID and your phone number.
Sure, sir. Sure.
So the topic is open for discussion now. If any of the participants they are having any questions, they can raise a hand or they can give the questions in the chat box. Our respected Professor Ayendra Kumar sir is there. So please offer your remarks, sir.
Good evening, sir.
It is audio, your audio, please. your okay. Audio, please. So please, it is. Unmute your audio, sir. Okay, this presentation will be available in our YouTube channel from tomorrow onwards. And you can subscribe to our YouTube channel and you can get more details on this presentation. Okay, that is another possibility. So you can put your questions in the chat box or raise your hand. You can ask the question directly to Sri Jayadevan. So one Mr. Amit Kumar has given the details of one college in Gujarat, SDAU, Gujarat. I think that college may be offering BTech food technology or dairy technology. I don't know exactly. He may be able to.
Amit, good evening. I think the college is Dandivada Agriculture University. They are offering again food technology program.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Food technology as well as dairy technology.
Yes, yes. Maybe because of the space constraint, I've just put the names of the premier institutions only. The SDAU is a very old institution offering these programs.
But sir, BTech Dairy Technology, you can consider it as a premium institution for BTech Dairy Technology.
Yes, yes.
Because food technology, no batch has been passed out yet. But in dairy technology, we are getting good rank in ICR examinations also.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Androman, sir, your mic is okay now.
Very good evening to one and all. Now, so Jaydevan has given an excellent presentation of the career avenues in dairy technology and food technology program. I think we must also highlight the various opportunities available abroad, because there are many foreign universities currently offering MS and higher education program for graduation dairy technology as well as in food technology. And we should also be very proud to say that our alumni are working in various universities even as faculties. So that is a great challenging opportunity available for the graduates. I think that also should have been highlighted in this presentation.
Exactly.
Anyway,
Exactly.
I think Jaydevan has done an excellent job. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I think that there is no direct questions coming. So again to the organizers for the next program. Riyaz.
Thank you, sir, for such a valuable session and clearing doubts. I invite Dr. Devagis Pulinat, Vice Chairman, IDA South Zone, to give the vote of thanks.
Okay, good evening, one and all. So it was a very nice presentation. This is the 6th program we are conducting, Indian Dairy Association, along with the College of Dairy Science and Technology. This is the 6th program in the series. So as you all know, this year we are celebrating the birth centenary year of our milkman, Dr. Varghese Kurian. We started the program during November 2020, and this is the 6th in the series. Every month, either during the second week or third week, we used to have a webinar. So in the next month also, we will be coming up with a new topic for the benefit of the farmers or for the technologies or for the students. So with regard to the presentation, I am extremely happy that Sri Jayadevan has given a wonderful presentation, and it will be useful for many of the students aspiring for food technology or the dairy technology courses. So what happens, many of the plus two students here are aware of engineering degree courses and other MBBS or medical professional courses, but only few are aware of these food technology or these dairy technology courses. That is why many of the people are not in a position to apply for this course or get admission to the course. So these two courses, they are having a very high demand in the field, in the industry. And after completing the program, I'm sure that you'll be able to get a good placement or you'll be able to secure admission for MTech courses and so on. So I am turning on my duty, my pleasant duty of thanking one and all for attending this program. So first of all, I would like to thank Jayadevan. He is a BTech graduate from our college and now pursuing his PhD at Tamil Nadu. He will be completing the PhD program within 1 year, I think. So he was an excellent student. He was a rank holder while he was doing BTech in our college. And on behalf of the Indian Dairy Association and the Kerala Veterinary and Animal Science University, I would like to thank Sri Jayadevan for presenting this topic.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Then again, I am extremely thankful to Veterinary University for providing the facilities for conducting the seminar, this webinar, and I thank Dr. S.N. Dashkumar, Chairman of IDA Kerala Chapter, and also the Dean of College of Dairy Science and Technology for providing the facilities for the conduct of the program. And again, I am also thankful to the participants because we could get nearly 65 participants for attending the webinar. And I am extremely thankful to all the participants who has attended this webinar. And once again, thank the organizers, particularly Riaz and team, for the technical help rendered for organizing the webinar. And thank you once again.